Hello and welcome to verbling.com. Hi there. I'm teacher Oakley. And for the next hour, well, we'll be doing a little experiment. There's a game which is usually pretty popular among my students. I like to play called Boticelli. And in this game, in the normal game, we pick a persona, a character, to answer questions about. And what happens is students will take turns asking questions. You can ask anybody, any of your classmates or myself, I will be playing, questions about their character. That's the normal game Boticelli. Today, we're going to add a twist to that. Instead of asking questions about a specific character or persona, we're going to try to guess a date. So the questions, again, just like in the regular game, will have to be yes or no questions, but you'll be asking about historical events. So you need to have some kind of idea of when things happened. A little bit of historical knowledge goes a long way, so to speak, in this class. We're going to practice asking. Not a person. This is
kind of accident or incident.
Sorry? No, but I'll tell you.
Event.
Like an event, yes. But you may have to open up a Wikipedia or Google or something to figure out when events happen. That is it. You're absolutely right, Heidi.
Like historical event.
Right. We're going to have to ask questions about historical events to determine the date. I'm going to, for example, write down a specific date. I'm writing down a specific date in which I know that something extremely critical, important happened in the world. A very famous event happened. It would make no sense to choose a date that's just arbitrary when nothing happens. So a date that's important in history. Absolutely, Heidi, you're right. That's exactly correct. You're going to choose a date. But in order for everyone to guess that date, Heidi has hit the nail on the head. We're going to have to ask each other questions about, like, for example, is your date before World War II started? Yes or no questions. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Does your date occur before the Reformation? Is your date before or after? Okay, so it's to pinpoint a date. That's it, exactly. So you're going to have some idea when things happened, and basically to narrow down what date the person is thinking of. Now, so it's pretty crucial that the date you pick as your number is something you know something important happened. Okay, now. How somebody wins, and they have to be yes or no questions. Somebody wins only when they can guess everybody's date. At any point, I think this will go a lot faster than guessing characters. But at any point, if you think you know the date of everybody else in the classroom at that time, you can just say, I want to guess on your turn. Not any time in the game, but when it's your turn, say, I want to guess everybody. All right? And that time, if you can guess everybody's date correctly, then you win. If you miss anybody's date, then you can't win, and you just have to answer questions until somebody else wants to guess. All right? This is a little bit of an experiment. Okay, we'll see how this goes. I don't know. I think I made this up so late at night one night, thinking about how I could change Botticelli around. Okay, so that's basically what we're doing. Let me welcome everyone. Say hello, do a microphone check, and then
Hello, Oakley.
we can ask if you guys can ask
Hello.
questions. Hello. Hi, Daniel. Are you there, Daniel?
Yes, I am here.
Okay. Hi, Daniel. Welcome to the class. Hello, Alabek. Long time no see. Hey.
Yes, hello, Oakley. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a while. Good to see you in class. Great. You're loud and clear. Heidi, I know your mic's working. Welcome. Glad you're here to try this out with me, and thanks for your help explaining it, getting the idea. Hi. And, okay. And hello, Ismail. Again.
Hello, Oakley.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I am doing well,
Hello.
thank you. And you?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Welcome to my little experiment.
Hello,
okay.
teacher.
Hello, Mohammed. How are you?
Hello. My name is Nasser.
Nasser.
Yes. What is your name, teacher?
Oakley. You may call me Oakley. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Nasser. Okay. We're gonna. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the game, the general rules, and how we're doing this? Any questions? You're all gonna. Okay. You have to write down or keep in mind a date, a
I
particular
have a question.
date. Yeah. Shoot.
Before,
Sorry, you cut out.
in this case, the image has the name of event.
Okay, I'm sorry, Heidi. You were cutting out a lot. Could you repeat all of that? I'm sorry.
Name of event.
Not a name of an event, but an actual date. Now, of course, if I say, was this the year World War I started, and you say yes, then I can pretty well guess the date.
Okay. Oh,
Right.
what date?
Only the date. So there may be multiple events. Was this, some things happen over a period of time? Did this happen, did your date happen during World War II? Okay, that could be several dates, obviously. And then I have to narrow it down. So, yes, it's perfectly, if you need to reference, open another tab and reference information, I think that's going to be pretty normal, okay? Because we all aren't walking history books, of course. So, yeah.
So,
Okay.
more or less, we had to pick a date, and the rest of the people have to guess.
That's it. You got it.
Okay, okay.
That's it. But in order to win the game, I would have to, in order to win, I have to guess Alabek, Daniel, Heidi, Ismail, and Nasser's the date they're all thinking of. How we're going to do that, we're going to go around the order you came in the class. We're going to ask questions one at a time. Now, you can ask anybody. You can ask me. You can ask Heidi. You can ask Nasser. Anybody on your turn. One question. All right? So the questions, again, the questions are going to be like, was this, did this happen before the Civil War in the United States? Did this happen after, during the age of the Roman Empire? Okay, you can ask questions that give it a time span. You could ask direct questions. Did this happen before the start of World War II? Was this in the 19th century? That's to get a time span. That's a yes or no question. All right, so they're all yes or no questions. We'll give it a try. I don't know how this is going to work, honestly. I dreamed this up myself, so we'll see if it works or not. We'll give it a try.
Excuse me?
Yes?
It's right?
Sorry?
It's right, spelling.
I'm sorry?
Is right.
Is
Spell.
is what the right is what the right spelling?
Yes. No, no.
Sorry?
Is right. Spell.
Sorry, I can't understand.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. By the way, if you need to clarify information, verbally.
Write down on the chat box so we can understand what you are saying.
Yeah, I was just going to suggest that. Verling chat box is not working, so if everyone wants to click on the blue box in the upper left corner of your screen, you can open the group chat box. So, for example, Nasser, if you want to type in what you're asking me, so I can, then maybe I can help you out over here, where I am right here. There, in the group chat box. So if we need to clarify information, we can't understand pronunciation or something, we can use that. Okay, let's give it a try. We'll see how it goes. Daniel, you were first in. So, Nasser, if you want to type what you were asking me in the group chat box so I can see it, that would be great. Daniel, it's your first question. Subject. Okay. Hang on, Daniel. Time out.
Hello.
Okay, I get it. Subject. All right, Mohammed, we're playing a game. It's a guessing game. We're going to have to guess a certain date. But every one of us in the class is thinking of a date. And we're going to take turns asking questions. And when somebody says Nasser and asks you a question about the date, you basically have to answer. That's basically it. It's a game, and you only win if you can guess everybody's date they're thinking of. All right. That's it. I'm not going to repeat it again. Daniel,
Yes.
your turn. Ask
I had
anybody.
to ask. Okay. Nasser, I would like to ask Nasser,
Okay.
what's the century of your date?
Okay, you have to ask in a yes or no question. So
Okay.
you can ask, is this in the 19th
Okay.
century?
Okay.
Keep in mind, remember, if you say the 20th century, that means from 1901 until the year 2000. If you say the 18th century, that's 1701 to 1799 or 1800. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Try it again.
Is the 19th century um,
That's it.
was during the 19th century this day?
Okay. Probably the better way to phrase that in English is your date in the 19th century.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Nasser, that question was for you.
Yes.
Your question from Daniel is your date you're thinking of in the 19th century? Daniel, right? Is your date in the 19th century?
Right.
Right. Nasser,
Yes, teacher.
is the answer yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, it is. All right. That's nice. Okay. That was quick. Got that limited down to 100 years. Good job. Alabek, your question.
My question to whom?
Anybody you want. Me, Heidi.
Okay, I got a question
Ismail.
to Heidi. To Heidi, is your date is in the 20th century?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, got it. The answer there is no. Heidi, now it's your question.
teacher Okra.
Yes.
Your event related to the war?
Events in my year related to
War? World War?
World War. Yeah, thank you. I needed to clarify which war. There's been so
I
many.
don't say first or second. Anyway, World War.
World War.
Mm.
No, it's not related to either World War.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I get it. That's a good question. Very good. By the way, Alabek, I have a question for, not to. I have a question for Heidi, not I have a question to Heidi.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, just a little English. This is supposed to be about English, really. Okay, Ismail, it's your question. Ismail?
Yes, Oakley.
Your question.
I have a question. Is it in the 18th century?
Who are you asking? You can ask anyone.
Daniel.
Daniel, all right.
Okay. No.
No, not 18th century, right? Okay. Nasser, it's your question.
Okay, okay, teacher.
Okay. Okay. Who would you like to ask? Nasser?
Yes, yes, teacher.
You may now ask a question for somebody else, anybody else, me or anyone else in the class.
Is this 20 country?
Okay. Who are you asking? Me?
Yes.
Okay. 20th century. Century. Yes, my date is in the 20th century. You're right. Okay. There we go. Back around. Daniel, your question again.
Okay.
I would like to ask Nasser again. Did it happen in Europe?
What? Wait a second. Time out. If we're guessing a date, I suppose that happened in Europe, in China, in Singapore. We're trying to guess a particular time or a date. For example, 1899, 1918.
Yeah, but I need to know a little more.
Right. So what was your question? Maybe I didn't understand.
Did it happen in Europe? Because, I'm trying to guess the date.
No, no.
Okay. Are you saying did something important happen in Europe? Is that what you mean on that at that time?
I want to track down if that happens in Europe.
Okay, something important you mean. You must
Yeah.
mean. Because obviously the year, for example, 1850 happened everywhere on Earth.
Oh, okay.
So the answer is 1850. So did that happen in Europe? I'm reasonably sure the answer would be yes. They didn't skip 1850, for example. Yeah. Okay, did something important happen in Europe on your date? Okay, Nasser, that was your question. In the
Okay,
year,
teacher.
okay. In the year you're thinking of, was there an important event in Europe?
Again, teacher.
The year that you're thinking of, or rather, in the year you were thinking of, was there an important event in Europe? Do you understand? By the way, hi Max.
Hi again.
Hey again. Nasser, did you understand the question?
Yeah. Yes, yes, teacher.
Okay, so the answer is yes. Is that
Yes.
okay? Yes, something happened in Europe in the year that Nasser is thinking of. Okay, all right, got it. All right, fine. It appears that Alabek has left. So Heidi, your question. Oh, I forgot to ask my question. Why did we go around? Did Nasser get a question? Oh yeah, yes he did. He asked me. I forgot to ask my question. I'm going to back up a second and ask my question. Silly me. Okay, let me just briefly. Then I'll go to you, Heidi. I'm sorry, I'm slightly out of order with me and Daniel. Max, we're playing like Boticelli, which you've played before. But instead of guessing a person, we have to guess a particular date. Like, I could pick 1776, which was, you know, the American Revolution started in 1776. Declaration of Independence. Probably a date when something important happened. And so we're trying to narrow down exactly everybody's date. All right, so you've got to think of a date. In the meantime, Ismail, Ismail, is your date before the beginning of World War II? Ismail? Ismail, are you there? Okay. May not be trying this game again real soon. Heidi, okay. All right, not the 20th century is all I know about Heidi. Heidi, all right, is your date is your date after the year 1600?
Yeah, 16.
1600.
Yeah, after 1600, yes.
Yep.
It
Okay.
means 16th century, right? After.
Well, we'd call that the 17th century from 16.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, it's far.
It's far. Anyway, yes. Okay, so after 1600. All right. Great. Thank you, Heidi. Now your question.
Yeah. Teacher, your event is your event related to American history?
Yes. The primary event that, for me, that was important in this year is definitely related to American history.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. Ishmael, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
I am here.
Great. Your question. Oh, okay. Nasser?
Nasser, is
think
your
that-
event in the
Goodbye, teacher.
I
first?
think he's. Hang on, Ishmael. I think Nasser's leaving now. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Nasser. I hope I see you again for a.
Welcome, teacher. Goodbye. Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Ismail.
Heidi, is your event related with European history?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. All right. Okay. Looks like we're all in a row now. Max, go ahead. You can ask a question.
To Heidi. Is this 21st century?
No.
21st.
21st. I
21st
was
century,
thinking.
right now, right? No.
Yeah, it is. We're in the 21st century. That's right. The 2000s. Whatever. 21st century. Right. Okay. My question, Max, which we don't know anything about. Max, did your event or date happen before World War One?
After.
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 Okay. After WW1. Okay. Heidi, your question.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know about the Ismail at all.
Yeah, we don't know anything yet about it.
Nobody asked me.
Ismail, is your event related to American history?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. Ismail, it's your question.
Me?
Yep. Your turn for a question. It's going to go quick now. There's only the four of us.
Heidi, is your event occurred after World War II in Europe?
No. No, not afterward. Before.
Okay.
Okay. Ismail, did your event occur before World War II?
Date? Should I use date
No,
instead
no.
of event? Okay.
No, that's okay. You can do either, whichever you choose. It's actually a little trickier to use events because everyone might not know the dates. So what was that? I got caught up. I just wanted to correct your English. Did your event happen? Was your question, did it happen before World War II?
Did your event occur before World War II?
And she said no. Okay.
No. Yes.
Okay, after. After? Heidi.
Nice. Nice hint.
Not after. Okay. I think before.
Before.
Yes.
Before. Event is
Before.
20th century and the World War II, after World War II. After World War finished 1945. So 55 years. In 55 years, right?
Okay, well, earlier I'd asked you if it was in the 20th century. The 20th century occurs from the year 1900 to 1999. That's the 20th century.
Yeah.
Right.
And
you said it wasn't.
World War II finished 1945.
That's right.
You said after 1945, right?
So it couldn't be. He must have asked you before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he asked you, actually. I missed it. What did he ask you, and what did you answer? I'm really confused right now. So before or after World War II?
You said after.
So what did you say?
You said after World War.
We don't know. I'll have to ask you again. Okay, never mind. Max, go ahead.
Actually, I couldn't wrap my head around that.
I couldn't either. I don't understand, so I just erased it.
Asmail asked Heidi or you?
Ismail asked Heidi a question, and I didn't capture the answer, and I was asking them both to clarify it, but neither one could. So forget it. I give up. I don't understand. I'm just simply asking you to repeat the question, but neither one could do it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
It's related to American history, and this happened before start of worldwide World War II. And yeah, it's
No, not me. No.
No,
For
it's you.
me,
It's you. You said after World War II, 20th century,
I said
and then
after.
after. So it means only 55 years.
After World War II, 20th
Yeah.
century, yeah, American history. That's right. That's correct.
yeah. Why? Okay.
I thought
Thank
you
you.
said in World War II. That's different. We're having problems with our prepositions here, which is actually the whole point of this class, is to figure out the prepositions of time. After, in, during, that would mean from 1939 to 1945. It is not at that time. No, it's not in or during or any of the world wars. Which is my original question, is actually the question I answered. Did it happen during a world war? And I said no, which means it's not in those two periods of time. Later, I said it happened in the 20th century. And it has to do with America.
Okay.
Yeah.
And related to American history.
Yeah.
Actually, it's quite hard because I don't know a lot about American history.
Well, you don't have to ask. You don't necessarily have to ask about events. You can ask about specific times. You can simply narrow it down by.
Okay, this has happened between 1916 to and 1970. 70.
70?
70.
70?
Yeah.
World War II finished 1945.
Yeah. But it's never the question I answered. I answered the question, did it happen during a world war? And I said no.
No, you said after.
No, I never did. That wasn't the question to me. All right. It did. Let's just say I did. I'll answer an extra question. It happened after World War II. There.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. There, Max.
Okay. And I asked you, it happened between 1960 to 1970.
60 to 70. Okay, another way to say that, did it happen in the 1960s? Or very simply in English, is your date you're thinking of in the 60s? If it's in the 1900s, okay, when the 20th century, 1900 to the year 2000, we can simply say, did it happen in the 20s, in the 30s, in the 40s? This is natural, simplified English, okay? So, Max's question, did it happen in the 60s? Yes. There you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, Araceli. All right. Hi, Araceli. How are you? And hello, Nader. How are you? Hey. Okay. All right. We're playing. You guys may have seen Boticelli before with people guessing a person. We're trying to guess a date. All right. You gotta listen up and be careful about the prepositions. Before, after, during, in. We're getting a little bit confused here. So you got to be careful. You've got to pick a date, and we're taking turns asking questions to each other about trying to narrow down the date. You can ask about events, historical events. You can simply ask about straightforward yes/no questions. Did it happen before 1950? Did it happen after 1600? All we're trying to do is narrow down to a date, is the idea. Okay. Actually, it's my question, and then Araceli, it's going to be your question, and then Nader. Nader, get ready. If you can't talk, you can type your question. It's okay. Timed questions are generally pretty straightforward and easy to type if you want. Okay. My question is for Max. Did your date you're thinking of happen before 1980?
Before 1980, it's like 1980.
That's right.
Just double check.
1980.
Before.
Before. Okay. All right. Great. Araceli, your question. And since Araceli, wait, before you go, let me share what I know so far, and then I can be corrected because I may be confused some of the answers. This is what I know. I think I know. For me, okay, we've narrowed me down to 10 years, 60s. Right. I think I'm the closest to being guessed. Heidi is after 1600. Oh, not only is it in the 60s, it's related for me in the 60s, related to a major historical event for America. All right.
Mine is not after 1600,
Right.
and not this century, and related to European history. Before World War II.
Okay. After. Oh, okay. Before that's the point I was trying to
Before World War II means before
get.
1945.
Right. Okay. Or 39 if you want to think about the beginning. Ooh, that's where it can get tricky. Okay. And related to Europe.
His hint is only not related to American history.
Ismail is not related to American history, the date he's thinking of. That's all we know about Ishmael. Right, exactly. And Max is sometime after World War I. Now that would mean after the end of World War I, by the way. Okay. And before 1980. So that's it. We got a time span.
Yeah, that's correct.
For Max. All right, that's it. Okay, Araceli, your question.
My question is for you. Well, do we have to guess the exact date or just the year?
You could, but of course, much like Boticelli, if you guess the exact year, you say, is it 1967? And I say, yes, it is, then everybody knows. So the tricky way to pinpoint the date is to ask for an event that maybe not everybody knows.
Yeah, but the answer is the year, not the exact month and day.
Yeah, just the year. Yeah,
Okay.
Exact month.
That would be more difficult. Okay. So my question is for you. Was your event a political related event?
Oh yeah. Strong yes. The major event of that year was a political related event. Yes. Okay. Good job. Okay, good question. Nader, do you have a question? You want to type it? You want to speak it? You want to act it out in mime? There? Are you there? Okay, who's the question for? Me, obviously. Oh, okay, very good. Tricky for me. Did it happen in the first 5 years of the 60s? Yes, it did. All right, so now you got me. 60 to 65. One of those 5 dates, 1960 to 1965.
I already got it.
Very good. Okay, well, don't tell because, you know,
So,
like Boticelli, if you just shout out the answer, then everybody
yeah,
knows.
no need to ask him anymore.
Okay, for you, maybe other people don't know.
Yeah, other
Okay,
people
your question.
know about that. The same thing.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Anyway, your question, Heidi.
My question, Max. Max,
Okay.
Okay.
is your event related to American history?
No.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my event relates to world history, not like one country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
basically, all events in the world relate to world history, so yeah. But most important for my event relates to world history, frankly, quite obviously, but most to Americans, I would say. But okay, anyway, who's up next? Ismail, your question.
Oakley, is your event related with an assassination?
Well, there you go. That kind of gives it away, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
Everyone, I think, got it.
Okay. All right, so it is possible to guess. All right, we've established that. All right, although no one said it out loud, if you know it, you know it. All right, Max, your question.
Okay. What do you know? Sorry. What do you know about Nadir? Nothing, I think.
Nothing, or Aristotle, for that matter. We know nothing about the newcomer.
Nadir, your event did your event happen in 20th century? 20th century.
20th century. I don't have one. Well, there, get one. You only have to answer yes or no when you answer questions. They have to be yes or no questions. So I don't have one. Okay, then yes. 20th century. There you go. You're good. Okay, my turn, I guess. All right. All right, Araceli. Does your year involve major events in Europe?
Yes,
Okay.
sort of. Europe, or yes, in Spain. Exactly in Spain.
Ooh. Ah, a little extra. Okay. Araceli, your question.
Okay. Uh, Max, please sum up what you have about Max. Did he say it was related to? It was not related to American history, right?
Not directly.
Um,
And other than
But
that,
I think it's related to American history and related to every country history, I think.
okay.
okay.
Was your event in the 60s?
Yes.
During the 60s? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 60s. That's a good guess. Wow, that was out of nowhere. Okay, Nader, your question. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's right. To Max.
They tried to get me.
Yeah, you might as well. They got me. You're next on the chopping block. Did it happen in the 40s?
You, Nadir, you
No.
slept through that.
You slept. No, we've already Nader, we've already established that Max is sometime in the 60s as well. He's also in the 60s. Oops. So No, not in the 40s. Okay, well, you step out. You snooze, you lose. Here's what you get.
It's for me?
I guess.
No.
No,
No.
not 1965. All right, there you go. Good a lot. There you go. Here's what you win for that, Nader, is I get to teach you an obnoxious American expression. And here it is. You snooze, you lose. All right. You fall asleep, you forget it. Oh, not loose. Oh my God, I misspelled lose. I mean lose. You snooze, you lose. Okay. Back around we go. Heidi, your question.
Isma,
Yes.
is your event happened in Europe?
Yes.
Yes. European related. Okay, very good. Ishmael, your question.
Heidi, is your event related with an uprising in Europe?
What does it mean?
Well, it's tough. Uprising is usually meaning a revolt.
Revolution?
Yeah.
Yes.
European Revolution? What? Like
They had some.
French? Or French Revolution or something?
Yeah, they had
Yes.
one, for example.
No. Not directly.
Ah, not directly. Ooh, there's a possible clue. Max, your question.
Nadir.
Okay.
Are you here? Did your event happen in first part of 20th century? I mean, from 1900 to 1950.
I thought you said 19th century.
I asked him about
Happened in the
it
60s.
Okay, thank you.
In the 60s. To save your time. Everyone picked the 60s. What the heck? Okay, you gotta be also another thing that keeps confusing me, and I think it's confusing you guys because it's very confusing, and frankly, it confuses a lot of native English speakers. And that is, when I say the 20th century, that has nothing to do with any time with a 20 in front of it. That is all the time that is 19 blah, blah, blah. When I say the 17th century, there's no time in the 17th century with 17 in front of it. That is 16 to 1699. 1600 to 1699 is the 17th century. Because if think about it, in the year 01, that was the first century, and there's a 0 in front of it. Then after 100 years, it was the year 101. That was the second century to begin. So always when we say the whatever ordinal number, 3rd, 5th, 19th century, we're talking about the dates are actually one number, start with one number before. Okay, just to make that clear. So I can stop being confused. Okay, my question. All right. Okay, Araceli, where are you? Spain. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, did your date happen in the 20th century?
Yes, it did.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, Araceli, your question.
Oof. Well, for Heidi, oof. did your event involve maybe Russia?
No.
No.
No. No with Russia. Okay, Nader, your question.
My question.
No, Nader, actually. Max. He wants to ask Max. Was it a peaceful event? Interesting question.
Yeah. I think it's quite peaceful.
Quite peaceful. All right, it was quite peaceful. All right, that was very interesting. All right, Heidi, now it's your question.
Okay, Max, is your event related to some entertainment?
Entertainment. I think no.
No.
Okay. Ismail, your turn.
Nader, has your event a connection with the space history?
Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Yes, it does. Ooh. Ooh. Good question, Ismail. Very, very good. All right. Uh-huh.
And
Okay. Go ahead, Max. It's your turn anyway.
My turn? I just also slept over. The Nadir event related to space.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, and we try to get Nadir. It's hard to ask. It's related to Russia. I think this happened in Russia.
Who are you asking?
Nadir.
Oh, okay. Nadir, did it happen in Russia?
No.
No.
Okay.
America.
No.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it too. Okay. My question. Dum dum dum. All right. I'm so confused. Okay, Heidi, did your event happen in the 19th century, from 1800 to 1899?
No.
I'm lost. Okay.
Because I said before World War II.
Yeah.
But quite close, not very close. Quite close to the World War II.
All right, so there you go. 1900 to...
Before 1945 and close to the World War II. But not very close.
Yeah, stop helping. Okay, Araceli, your question.
Hey, did your event happen in the 30s? In the 1930s?
1930, not more, no, before 1930.
Okay.
Okay, before. All right, there we go. Okay, Nader, your question. Nader? To Araceli. All right. Here it comes.
What's the question?
Is it political?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Are you kidding? She said it had to do with Spain. Of course it's political.
Not necessary, but yes. In this case, it was important.
All right.
It was a political event, yes.
All right. I'm glad you can take a joke, but anyway, I'm kidding. But maybe an invention. No, that's impossible.
Oh my
Oh! She's gonna hate me.
Well,
No, I'm totally
we did some
joking.
inventions, maybe.
I'm totally
I'll
kidding.
show you some later.
Totally kidding.
Quick, quick.
Okay, it is a political event. All right. Oh yeah, we are running out of time. Okay, Heidi, your question actually.
Ismail, is
Yes.
your event happened before World War II?
Yes.
Okay, and Ismail, your question.
Araceli, is your event related with a dictatorship?
Mm, not
Dictatorship.
exactly.
Dictatorship.
That's
Well,
it. Syllable stress.
it's somehow related, but not very much. Not really.
Okay. All right. Max, your question. Yeah. Max, are you sleeping now?
Yeah, I'm sleeping. Maybe it's time to guess. I don't know.
It's almost time to guess. We've got about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, pass me. Don't.
Pass me.
Yeah.
All right. Ismail, whom we know very little about. Ismail?
Yes.
Okay, you're related before World War II.
In Europe.
Okay. In Europe, yeah. Did your event happen in the 18th century?
Yes.
Yes, the 18th century,
Yes.
from 1700 to 1799.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay, terrific. Araceli, your question.
Heidi, did your event happen after World War One?
Oh, good one. Right in the middle.
Heidi, are you there?
Heidi?
Yes, yes. You already asked me before 1930, right? So it means much before World War II. So
Yes, but
one. She's asking.
From 1900 to 1930.
But my question
Right.
is, did it happen after World War One?
One.
One, when it finished, I don't know.
1918.
1980. No.
1918.
Before.
Before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Before.
we're narrowing it down. Okay. Okay, your question, Nader? Did you got one?
Oh, no time, right? So
Time to guess?
my event is related in England.
Okay. Is it time to guess? Wait a minute. All right. Does anybody know everybody? Of course not.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Teacher Oakland. 1983, November
Everybody.
22.
Everybody knows me.
And
Okay.
yeah, another. 1969. July.
July. She's getting the months. Okay. All right. Continue. Anybody else? Do you know? Do you know?
I think Nadir is 1969.
I think so. Well.
First man on the moon.
All right. Does anybody know? Does anybody know Max?
No.
Everybody knows me and Nader.
Maybe I have a guess for Max.
All right.
Let's try.
It was a political event that happened in France.
No. It happened in Russia, and it's
Oh, sorry.
a
So
bit related to politics, of course.
Well, it was in the 60s, but not 65. I don't know. Khrushchev, 1960? When was Khrushchev? I don't know. Ah!
May I say?
Yeah, sure, you can say because nobody knows. I'm
Okay,
guessing
it's
that.
1961. It's first man in the space.
Ah, Yuri.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. Oh, Nader and Max said space-related. 61. I was not. I said 60. Okay. All right, very good. Anybody know Heidi?
Yeah,
No way.
I wrote down.
Heidi, 1912. Okay, what was that? Oh, the ship,
Yeah, Titanic.
Titanic.
Yo.
Well, never would have guessed that. Okay. Does anybody know Ismail? That was totally. All we know is in the 1700s. Pick a date. Not an American event. You got 100 years. I picked
What happened?
What?
70, 89. I don't know.
17. I picked 1780. What is it, Ismail? 1789. Not too. What is that? French Revolution?
Yes.
Oh, see, I could have guessed that one with one more question. I was
Oh.
thinking of that. Could have guessed that. Araceli, Spain, 20th century. Anybody have any idea? My gosh, so much happens in Spain. 1931.
No,
No.
it was later. It was after Franco's death. You asked me about the dictatorship. That was
Yeah.
later. So
I don't know
my
any
year
different.
was
1986, Araceli.
75?
No, it's before. It's 1978. It was the year the Spanish Constitution was born.
Very good. Okay, very good. All right, this is a hard game. Very, very difficult. Really?
Yes, it is.
There is no on Wikipedia, Araceli.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, there is. If you Google timeline Spanish history, I can find it. Actually.
It is very specific.
Yeah, very. Okay. Anyway, thanks for playing along, guys. I'm not sure if I'm feeling particularly masochistic. I may try it again. We'll see. But thank you. Thanks, everyone. See you guys
My
soon.
brain is all okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.